Hello, I wanted to make a brief video because I haven't used YouTube in a while and I've been kind of ignoring people because I've been busy. But I've been pretty busy because last month we moved. September 30th was the end of our last place's lease, so we just moved to a new apartment complex. So, we hadn't expected to move. We found out like 2 months ahead of time. So, it was really like last minute, unexpected, and like, oh my god, we have to move again. So, I've been terribly busy and had to take down everything, I'd done and all the art, just all the stuff on the walls, just it's a pain in the ass. So, so I've just been really busy and unpacking and, chaoticness. It's kind of annoying because I'm in a period of time where I'm kind of taking a break from everything, like just from school and work and everything, like sort of in between zone to kind of work on anxiety or anything else that is ailing me. But it's been completely sucked up by moving and visiting California and just kind of a bummer. But so, there hasn't been much time for me to really relax. We just finished cleaning up the apartment and I got my cat back, which is really weird because my husband's allergic to cats, but we found out his allergies weren't half bad, so my cat that I grew up with, I got to take her to my apartment. So I'm like, oh my god, so I was really happy because I love my cat and I love cats, so. And right now she's in my bedroom acclimating basically to the new place because she's only lived in one place before, so that's good. But, what do I tell people who I don't know, strangers? What can I say? My anxiety is not too much different, but it's really about challenging yourself. I find anxiety very troubling because it really dampens my spirit and basically makes me feel bored and kind of just not do much of anything. And the things that make me passionate about life I can't do as much because they're things that also give me anxiety. So it's like, because my passions in life are things like dressing up crazy. And you see fashion magazines and you see the crazy hair and the crazy makeup work they do, and it's so much fun. And I want to integrate that into my daily life. And that's unheard of and unseen in public, at least overall. You very rarely see people wearing cool clothes like that to a hardcore extreme, just fashion stuff or costume stuff. You don't see that. And I'm the kind of person who wants to do that every day. I don't want just special occasions to be the only day I dress up. I want every day to be fun and colorful, but my anxiety just makes it crippling when I do that. It feels like you're walking around in your underwear. And that's kind of ironic because that reminds me that I've been very interested in causes of feminism, obviously, and just the issues of toplessness and things like how men can take their shirts off but women can't. I know that sounds kind of over the top, but as time goes on and as I grew up, so to speak, I'm finding myself more and more frustrated by those things that make sense to us but don't make sense on a larger level because it just doesn't make sense. It only makes sense because we're so used to the culture. So these things really irritate me because I think to myself, well, that's not fair, I don't expect men and women to take their shirts off in restaurants because that's inappropriate, but if a man can take his shirt off while exercising and a woman can't, well, what reason is that? Because women's breasts are too sexy, I guess, or something. But it's like, okay, well, men are sexy, men have abs, and it's like, ooh, abs, but no women are harassing them, and women are, the worst that would happen is a compliment most of the time, and men don't get paranoid and say, oh, I can't take my shirt off, everyone would look at me. They don't do that when they exercise. So, it's ridiculous to me that women have to cover up their breasts because they're sexy, and I don't consider breasts to be a sexual organ at all. No more than a man's chest is. So it really, really, really irritates me to no end. And so I get really pissed off whenever I exercise, because that's something I've been spending my time doing, is I try and exercise every day because my main goal is to become muscular and fit and healthy, and I'd be really thrilled if I could make some progress. But yeah, that's like one of my life goals, is to be strong. And that would be so cool, but I have a long way to go. But I mean, when I'm exercising, I see men with their shirts off and I'm like, damn you. I'm like, why? You're that's so awful, you know. I'm hot, you know. I'm like, you know, I want to take my shirt off. That's not fair. And yeah, you can wear sports bras, but they get to not wear anything that rubs or, you know, sweats. And it's like, God, you know, that's so stupid and so rude and just irritates me to no end. So like, if I could go out with my top off, like, and no, I wouldn't get arrested, I would totally do it tomorrow. Like, I swear, I would do it. And like, with no hesitation, except for like a little bit of nervousness and anxiety, obviously. But I would totally do it. So I've been researching like the legality behind these things, and like pasties, you know, nipple covers and stuff, and trying to figure out like, okay, well, if I went exercising and I whip my shirt off and I have something covering my nipples, will I get arrested? I don't know. It's like really awful because there's such a gray area, and you know, so it's like, you know, these things really frustrate me. And I mean, lately I've been very passionate about it. But you know, that's been on my mind, and I think I'll make a separate video just about those kind of things. So I may repeat myself, but beyond that, so I've been like, with my life, I've been exercising a lot, like working towards my goals in that sense, because I want to be old and healthy and not die young and make good habits while I still have time to, and I want to eat better because I eat like crap, and that'll be another video too. So I think I'll make my next 2 videos will be health and feminism, and you know, just things like I've been thinking about lately that pertain to that. Yeah, but my life's been good. I'm in an in-between zone. I'm trying to figure out what to do, what to major in, what to do with my life, and you know, I hate that you have to do something with your life, but you know, gotta make money, and I don't want to really make my husband do all the work for too long, so I'm just trying to limit it to a certain period of time, like maybe a year max, of just researching and figuring out what the heck I'm going to do. Because people just jump into college without really choosing well, and their life just goes like whoosh, and they end up unhappy in their major. You know, I just don't want to have that happen. I don't want to crash and burn, so to speak. So I'm being very prepared and very careful about what I do. Because I don't want my life to be about accomplishments. I want my life to be about enjoying it and enjoying my daily life and not being stuck in a miserable thing, which will be hard and take time. But how are you guys doing? I mean, I always wonder who watches these videos, and it's kind of interesting to think that, like, oh, I wonder if anyone can relate, and you know, what different countries people are from, and so on. And I'm not very good at responding to things, but I do respond to comments all the time. But longer messages, I tend to be too particular about how I respond to things, so I take forever, because I'm like, oh, I need like 3 hours to respond to a message someone sent me, and then I never have those 3 hours, and then I feel bad. So, I mean, so you have to keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, I hope everyone else is doing well and happy, and whoever's watching. And yeah, I mean, things are going pretty good for me, so I'm glad of that, and I'm always really thankful that my life is, you know, I have a good family. My husband's really wonderful, obviously, and I have my pets. I have a goldfish. I have my 2 rats. I have a cat now, which is really exciting. I can't believe I have a cat, you know. So I'm feeling optimistic, although, you know, new things are scary, and especially for people like me with anxiety, just the thought of trying things out, volunteering, or looking for college, who to talk to, you know, it's like trying to figure these things out is really stressful, like just anticipation of all that. So I mean, yeah, I just thought I'd give a little update for October, and I'll be making a few more videos, and every now and then I just burst out maybe like 6 videos, so, and just every occasional, so yeah. So I'll be making another one, so if you have any interest in feminism or health, feel free. I mean, I'm trying some weird things with health that aren't bad. You know, when I say weird, I'm not like saying, I'm not doing South Beach diet or anything, no scams, you know. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll make another one.